Hello, my name is Alexa Cook, and my business is called AC Hoof Care, and I live in Rainier, Oregon. Today we have Viper. She is a 5.5-year-old quarter horse mare, and we are just doing a basic routine maintenance trim on her. She's my daughter's horse, and we've had her for about 1.5 years. Okay, what I'm looking for is I'm watching them walk or any limps, any unsoundnesses, if they're toed in or toed out. Okay, I start by picking out this foot and see what we have. Some people think you can hurt a horse's foot by doing this, but unless this frog here is diseased, then you're not going to hurt it just by picking out the foot. Okay. We're going to clean up some of this excess stuff with what's called a hoof knife. And we can see here the amount of growth that's gone on. And I think she's between 6 and 8 weeks since her last trim. Okay, and we'll just continue cleaning up these bars. The bars here should end at the middle of the frog. And when the foot gets long, these tend to kind of grow wild. Okay, once the bars are taken away, we will take off this excess length with the hoof nippers. Okay. And I will look down the hoof like I was sighting a gun. See if there's any high points in the hoof. And take that. And this frog does have some thrush and disease. I'm just going to clean off what's diseased and detached. And this horse will be getting some white lightning treatments that will take care of the bacteria in this foot and will help that frog to just grow in healthier and stronger. And again, we've lowered those some more, so we're going to lower those bars down. There's a little bit of bruising. Looks like bruising from them being too long and overgrown. Okay, and then finish up on this other side. Okay, there's a nice foot. And then I'm going to make a mark on the white line at the widest part of this foot, which is right back in here. And then using this gauge, I'm going to touch the back on this line that I made for the back of the foot, open it up to touch the lines I drew, and hold it while drawing a line. This will not be my cut line. This is where this white line should be on the front hoof. It should be nice and round. Then I'm going to draw a secondary line, approximately the width of what this hoof is, around, and this will be my cut line. just like so. Okay. And back with my nippers again. We're going to make this vertical cut. And just to note, some people think that we're getting close to the quick, or we're getting close to where there is blood. I've learned from Cheryl and her dissections, and then I was able to actually dissect a couple of the cadaver hooves myself, and know that everything in the back of the foot is so very well connected that it's a constant that we have in the foot. So we know everything is connected back in here, and this is just growth that has just been run forward. So I will pretty this up a little bit with this vertical cut. Maybe. Okay, and then we will make just a slight bevel from 10 to 2. Not taking off that line that we've drawn. Okay. This will keep the wall, the ground pressures from pushing out on that wall with every step and continuing to drag that foot forward. Okay, now we'll finish it from the top. Front leg again. The goal for a trimmed hoof is that you could put a straight edge up against there and have a straight line, no air gaps. And I'll try to show a foot later that's got an air gap. This is good here, and that's pretty good there. Okay, put it down, and we're going to look at it from the front. We're going to look for one side to be longer than the other, and from my viewpoint behind the camera, it looks pretty good. Okay. And then the final step in the hoof print protocol is to make sure that there is an air gap in the hoof. And we should be able to put a thin, this gauge up underneath there, and we can't. So we're going to pick up this foot, and we're going to create that space with the rasp. We want the air space to be from the heels to this area right here. Okay. You're almost there. Come on. Come on. And we've got airspace. But that could change. We'll have to redo that in about 10 minutes or so, walk her around and see if that's going to change. And then from putting in this air gap, she's got a little bit of an edge right here. We'll just smooth that out. We want just smooth edges underneath here for her to walk on. And that's good for that foot. We'll move on to the next 3. Here's an example of the flare that we're looking at and wanting to avoid. You can see how the hair at the hairline, the angle change from the hair down is flared out, so it looks like there's a dip in the middle of the hoof, and that is something that we need to correct. I've got the ring on, I've got the whole foot marked and mapped, excess length is removed. Just showing this because the difference between a hind foot and a front foot is that a hind foot is spade shaped. So we'll draw a line right there, and then we'll just freehand in the shape of a spade. Then draw our secondary line. There is our cut line. And then finish this foot like the front one. Okay.